Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 coins I invested in during this market crash. So we saw Bitcoin go below 50,000. We saw Ethereum go very low as well. Ethereum for the most part did actually withstand very, very well. A lot of us knew that, Ethereum did. It's one of those coins that everyone understands has a huge amount of potential, and nobody really wants to get rid of their Ethereum because they understand it, like I said, the potential behind it. But people don't know really how much to believe in, how much to have faith in some of these altcoins. So we have things like Cardano, Polkadot, Uniswap, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, VeChain, just a lot of major big coins that tanked insanely during this dip. So let's talk about which ones I would invest in and which ones I did invest in. So every single coin that tanked below 10% on this front page is probably something available to you guys that is fairly easy to grab because they're such high market caps. You're going to be able to buy them pretty much on every exchange. I will say that a lot of these front page coins are going to stick around with us for the next couple years, therefore increasing quite a lot over the next coming years. So if you got them at this double-digit decrease and you were able to snag some, at the lowest point, you're going to definitely make profits in the next couple years. Do remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. But let's jump straight into my top 5 cryptocurrencies invested in during this dip. So first off, let's start off with one of the most obvious ones is Cardano. So Cardano obviously is one of the favorites of a lot of people, and there's good reason behind it. We see, a low market cap for the most part for what this is capable of doing in the future. 36 billion is not very high of a market cap. We continue to see a $7.7 billion volume in the last 24 hours, as well as a 31.9 billion ADA circulating supply. If we take a look at the last month, though, we went all the way up to $1.56. We finally got out of that, stabilization around that 120, 115 range, and we went to that 156. So a lot of people were very happy about that. Hopefully, we don't get back to the $1.20 curse, but I think we will, get past that, and we'll see Cardano continue to rise within the next couple months and going into the next couple years for sure. So $1.12 right now for Cardano. If you're able to get this at the smallest dip, it would be 99 cents, which is a steal for Cardano. The last time we saw a 99-cent Cardano is, if we take a look at the last year, you would have to do that. And you would have to take a look and see, I believe it was February. Let's see if it was before then. Yeah, so I think this was February was the last time we saw it below $1. And you're thinking February, those prices in February were amazing for pretty much every altcoin. So Cardano, the fact that it was under $1 at any given point in time just goes to show that a lot of people were panic selling and shouldn't have sold when they did. And we're already seeing Cardano at this $1.12 mark and continuing really to rise and stabilize back up at a higher price point. As we only dipped so far down. We could continue to see dips, in the future. This might not be all the dip we see, but like I said, Cardano below $1 is always going to be a steal, and I'm sure have a lot of people regretting that decision to sell Cardano below that $1. So let's go down a little bit more. We do want to talk about our next one in line, and Polkadot is not as common as a lot of people think. A lot of people don't really talk about Polkadot much, and there's no reason behind that really. It's a amazing coin. I think a lot of people kind of skip past these high market caps because they think there's not much money to be made. I'll tell you right now, there's still a lot of money to be made in a lot of these bigger, higher market cap altcoins. You're not going to maybe see that 100x, no, but you're going to be able to see, a guaranteed, 5 to 10x, not guaranteed, but, a very, very safe investment basically that has a chance at 5 to 10x. That's something that's almost better than those 100x's because you're going to miss a lot of those 100x's. So if let's say you hit one 100x and then you have, 10 others that failed, depending on how much money you put into each one, you could have still got out of that with, just a 5x or even a loss at that. So it really does depend on how much you put in each one. Like I said, if you put in 100 different coins and you get one to 100x and you put too much into one and a little bit into your 100x success, there's obviously some problems there if you did some math on that. But Polkadot is going to be one of those coins. I don't want to steal the spotlight from anything but Polkadot here because Polkadot is at 32.12 and it dipped all the way down to 27.13. So we're already seeing it back up $5 since that largest dip at April 22nd, 10:25 p.m. I have noticed 10:25 p.m. seems to be the biggest dipping spot for pretty much every coin, just right around that time range, which is very interesting as we see all coins pretty much tank together. Market cap at 29.9 billion. The volume in the last 24 hours being 4.8 billion, and circulating supply being 932.2 million DOT. So this is a coin to definitely keep an eye out. It has a ton of utility cases and use. Well, I guess I should say utility and use cases to it. There's so much going on with Polkadot. If you guys don't know about it, I would definitely take a look into Polkadot and see why it's something worth investing into. I think it's going to be a big coin, and like I said, we already saw a $5 increase since the very lowest 27.13, which is nuts to see such a fast increase after all these other coins are still kind of struggling to make their increases. So let's go back to another coin here. I think Polkadot, like I said, is going to be one of those coins that a lot of people are going to be wishing they invested in at these rates. So Cardano, Polkadot are my first two that I invested in during this dip. If we go to number 3, it's going to be, you guys already know it. You guys know how much I love Chainlink on this channel. We talk about Chainlink not too much because not a lot of you guys seem to enjoy what Chainlink is offering. I'll tell you right now, it's one of the best investments you can make. I truly do believe that. If we go to the last month span, we see, it dipped down to about 32.98, and then we saw a second dip, obviously, April 23rd, about 4 a.m., down to about 30.85. So we never saw it really break that $30 mark, and we actually saw it go down to a 30.11. I thought we saw smaller than that. So it went down to about 30.11, April 22nd, 10 p.m., and that's about the same price. Like I said, price point is, the same time as all of the other lowest lows. We saw them go very close together. April 22nd, 10 p.m., $30.11. That is a very good steal for Chainlink. If you can even get close to $29, you're looking really good at buying that Chainlink at that price. I do think we'll get right back to our previous all-time high. Obviously, 44.38 being a possibility. 40.54 we saw April 22nd at 12 p.m. So the fact that it dropped, $10 basically, a little over $10 in just a couple, 8 hours, or well, I guess 10 hours, you're going to see massive increases with Chainlink coming into 2021. I do want to, understand, if you guys don't know what these coins do, definitely take a look. We won't go into each detail on today because I want to talk about each and every coin just a little bit, and then you guys can jump in and dive in and do your own research on these coins. Chainlink, Polkadot, and Cardano have massive things planned. They're big projects with big potential, and like I said, big visions behind the team, etc. And I'm not going to, like I said, go into too much detail. Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano, going to be my top 3 so far. If we go to number 4 and 5, these are not in any order, by the way. These are all just coins I definitely wanted to pick up on these dips, and I did fairly well on these buying points. I think Theta was maybe my worst buying point. I bought this one, and this is going to be, by the way, number 4. I don't know if I even stated that yet. Theta is going to be my number 4 choice, and why I bought Theta is, well, it's one of those, like I said, with huge potential, and it's at a very solid price point. We see the market cap at $9.6 billion. We see the volume in the last 24 hours being that 1.2 billion, and the circulating supply being 1 billion Theta. So 956 is still a very good entry point. On this one, I messed up a little bit on this one. So I was hoping to get, obviously, the lowest low. It went down to 805. I definitely didn't snag it at, or sorry, not 805, 750. I definitely didn't snag it at 750. However, I was able to snag it about 875, I believe. So I was able to snag it at a very good rate. It wasn't quite what I wanted, but it's very hard to find that exact 750 moment and not really miss out on every single coin. When you're trying to buy 5 different coins at the same kind of time range, it is hard to kind of jump back and forth and buy perfectly. So about $8 or so, $8.50 I believe, I bought Theta, and I'm happy with the return already. We already see, $1 up, and we're going to continue to see increases through the rest of 2021. Theta is definitely going to be number 4 on my list for a very good reason. And like I said, very big visions and plans behind all of these coins with massive potential because, they're already well constructed. They're already well built. Everyone already knows their value, their worth, and people are going to continue to pump money and investments into things they already know work, the things they already know have big plans, the things they already know have reasons to be built, and I think that's going to be a big part of this. So the 5th, you guys can probably guess it, is going to be VeChain. VeChain went down. Some reason VeChain was able to go down to 13 cents. I don't know who's selling VeChain at 13 cents. It's been so good. It's been so good to everybody. The fact is, like I said, the fact is we've been at 19, 20, 25 to 30 cents almost. And like I said, if you're selling VeChain at 30 or 13 cents, you're going to start feeling the pain already because we're already back to 19 cents. And I think this coin's going to be just doing fine here in the future as we're still up 10% in the last week alone. If we take a look at the last month, you know what I mean? It's just one of those coins. We've all talked about this VeChain like I said, on all these videos. We talk about VeChain quite often because we do price predictions on VeChain pretty much daily. And it's because it has so much real world use. There's so much utility behind this coin. There's so many use cases behind this coin. We're going to continue to see this one grow. And I think 19 cents is still a very solid price point for VeChain. This one I was able to snag around 15 to 16 cents. I wasn't able to get that good price point at 13 cents. And I was shocked to see that it ever went down to 13 cents. A lot of people hopefully being able to pick up VeChain at such a good price there. That is going to be one of the best entry points. And a lot of people are going to know about this market crash for years, I think. I think people are going to look back kind of like we did in, I guess it was 2017. The past crashes, we've looked back and we're, kind of like, wow, I wish we would have got in at that. This is going to be a crash. Everyone's going to look back and say, Theta went down to 750. VeChain went down to 13 cents. That's insane. Well, it is insane. And, it's just because people haven't been investing in too long. And we see a lot of early investors. So, 18-year-olds investing for the first time, testing things out. And then they, unfortunately, panic sell. They don't want to lose all their money. That's why you invest with money you can afford to lose. And you don't take out during dips if you believe in the longevity of that coin and the long-term potential of that coin and vision of, like I said, the team. Obviously, that's going to be very important when investing. Make sure it's money you can afford to lose so that you don't make any rash or, irrational decisions, I should say. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was my top 5 picks of this market crash. Obviously, very, very good coins, very high potential coins with high market caps that will continue to be even higher. We see a lot more investors pretty much every day. We see more companies, more industries, more investors investing in crypto. And these are going to be 5 coins I think are going to do very, very well in 2021. So thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys had a fun time buying in the dip. I'll see everyone in the next video.